Okay, so today I would like to take a look with this Cho Hun-hyun opening technique. It's a book, and 101 have recorded this book in their question bank, and so today I will take a look to this question with you, and I also will go deep to discuss the problems here. So let's take a look to the first problem here. The first problem here would... Let me turn the number below. The first question, the answer for this one is actually quite loud. The answer for this question is actually point D, and this is actually just a simple Joseki, but it's good to know why the answer here is point D. And I will demonstrate the opening with the OGS demo board. So here we have a simple opening, and then let's take a look. It's a double star and Komoku, and I think it's connect, and extension white play corner enclosure, and then white black play this one. This is a big point because for this Komoku, the direction for develop is this one, is this edge. So if black play corner enclosure, white will also like to get this point to expand. This is the point for white to expand. So black tried to get this point. And after that, white play the approach. Approach is also a common big point. And after that, black play a jump, white play the knight move. And normally for the Joseki we have the 3-3, but here black try to develop the right hand side and also the center, so black played the pincer. After that, white get into the 3-3, so there's some common Joseki. Afterwards, black played the push and hane, finishing the Joseki. Here you may have some problems. So, firstly, why after black playing here, black don't play the block? The block could block the edge, could defend the edge. However, if black play in that way, white could advance to the center, and black could not develop the center. This is the first problem, and secondly, this stone would become lonely. As white advance and get out, this stone is separated and will become weak and lonely. And as black, not only this group, this stone become lonely. These few stones are not very strong. The invasion of point A or point B would become more severe after white advance to the center. So, we don't like white could advance in the center to divide two black group into two. We don't like this to happen because one group could fight better than two groups. That's the general case. As a result, here point D is the correct answer. It would be better than point A. And after black played the move here, this move is not only blocking the center. The benefit of this move is that in the next move, black could play a ladder, and black may capture this stone, or even if the ladder is not good for black, black could divide this stone. If ladder is not good, black may not play the ladder, but the ladder become a move. And if white want to prevent black to play the ladder, white may need to play a push, black block, and white hane. After this sequence, remember you need to learn a good move. Double hane. Double hane is a really important move that Q players need to learn. If you only know to play the extension, then you cannot protect the edge effectively. But if you could play the double Hane, if white try to counter attack, you can capture two white stones. If white connect, then black connect. Black could effectively defend the edge. It's much more effective. So, as black could blockage the edge, you can see the value of this Hane. It's blockage helping to block the center and also blocking the edge. A very big move. As a result, finishing the Joseki is very valuable. It would be better than point B, point C, or point E. This is the question. Okay, so get into the next question. Now is black to play. So, can you guess the answer for this one? I'm not sure how many people is watching, so I will just tell the answer. The answer for this one is to play point D block. The title of this problem is the pros and cons of Tenuki. So let's take a look to the sequence here. I suppose black play a corner here, white play a corner here, and then black play a corner here, white play a corner here. Afterwards, black play a jump, white play a corner enclosure, black play approach, white play a pincer. And after white played a pincer, black decided to play two space jump. And our Joseki is that after black advanced to the center, it's better for white to play here. It's very valuable. But in the real game, white played the Tenuki. He thought that if white played the Joseki jump and then black could play the pincer is great. So white decided to play a two-space dungeon first. However, black could block the corner. The blockage to the corner is very huge. Now, not only black control the left-hand side edge, white need to struggle to make two eyes locally. And for example, white, it's actually very difficult for black to kill the white, but white could leave the corner by some sequence like that. Then white could leave the corner quite easily. However, the cause is that white are blocked in a small corner, and black stones are controlling the influence. And when you are forced to leave the corner locally, you have limited points. And it's quite not very efficient in the opening. In the middle game, it's okay, but in the opening, it seems much faster and much more efficient for black to play. But so, comparing to white getting out, black blockage forcing the whites need to leave the group locally is a painful decision for white. A painful decision for white. Okay, so let's get to the next problem. Black to play. Though I think this one is not a very great problem, in my opinion. I think this is not a very great problem. And he is asking, is Black better to play a defensive move, or instead Black should get big point? I think all the suggested big points are simply big points, so I think the answer for this one is to defend the edge, defend the corner, connecting the stones. If you try to get big point and allow white to play the knight move, it seems the exchange. It seems the black stones here are not very efficient. It seems not very efficient. It helped the whites to get strengthened, but it could not help black to secure the territories if black decided to Tenuki. So it's better for black to connect the stones together and develop a beautiful moyo or beautiful piece of territories here. And let me show you the sequence of this opening. This is outdated opening, but good to know, and also know what the understanding of this opening nowadays. This is actually the Chinese opening. This is a high Chinese opening, and then white play here. This is a classical way to deal with the Chinese opening, because in the past we are a bit concerned to get into the Chinese opening formation directly. We think black have more stones to fight, so white will try to prevent black to get the two-wing expansion and get a more balanced game. After that, black hitting this one. I think this somehow outdated move because 3-3 invasion is very comfortable. In the past, we also know that for the two-wing expansion to a star, a 3-3 invasion is very effective, but nowadays, we generally think that black should not get a two-wing expansion without playing a corner enclosure. No professional players or advanced player will play two-wing expansion without corner enclosure nowadays, because 3-3 is just too great. Anyway, here after that, white play a two-space extension is also a move trying to balance the game, and then black played the attach. The idea of the attach is that he wants that after the exchange here, black is more solid, and with the knight move, black could effectively secure all of the territories. I think nowadays player will simply play a corner enclosure, because I think AI will suggest that. But in the past, the idea is that although they knew that black getting stronger and this exchange is letting both sides to get stronger, but what black tried to do is that he thought if black could make all of these territories, black could be satisfied. In the past, maybe they are more concerned about territories instead of letting white to get stronger. But nowadays we just know that playing a corner enclosure should be slightly better. But this is an idea that you may learn. When stones stick together, both sides will get stronger. You need to consider when to use it. Sometimes you will try to use it to try to surround territories more effectively. But in the opening stage, usually the attack will make your opponent stronger. And normally it would not be a good result, but it's still something that you may try. Another good example is the mini Chinese opening. Let me show you. In a mini Chinese opening, in the past there is an idea to play the attack. As I have suggested, the attack helped both sides to get stronger. So, in this exchange, AI is not recommended. AI don't recommend black to play the attack and to get this result. But in the past, human think is an interesting idea for black to develop the bottom right moyo. And I think for hobbyists, it's still a very interesting approach to play. I think it's very hard for whites to deal with the black bottom right moyo. So you can try in your game by playing attach and trying to develop a moyo in a very early stage. Okay, so let's get to the next question. Oh, for this one, is black to play? Oh, I think this is more difficult. By the way, when you see your questions, if you have an idea, please tell me your answer. Okay, so I think the answer for this one should be D. Yes. Okay, again, let me show you the whole thing. Let me memorize it a bit. Okay. Komoku, Star, Komoku, Takamoku, and the 4-5 point. Black playing the approach. White play the knight move. Black play the attach and retreat. White play a tiger move. And black play a corner enclosure. White play a shoulder hit. Yeah. So at this moment, should black finish the Joseki or should black get into the edge? Playing point A is great, but yeah. Point B is currently very big because it could help black to limit the efficiency of this influence and this white stone. After black played the knight move, get into the edge, white could not easily develop the edge, and the efficiency of all the marked white stones could be limited. So, although the knight move here is huge, this is more huge. This is just bigger. After black getting this one, white may get some center benefits, but well, this is just some center benefits. After white playing here, locally this is a life shape. And so this is scored for white black Tenuki. And also this Tenuki may not be the greatest one. As white develop an influence here, the best move for black should be playing some extension to prevent white to develop the influence. Go is the game about stone's efficiency, so always try to limit your opponent's stone's efficiency and get the most of your stones. Okay. This one, black to play. We have A, B, C, D, E, many choices, so which one will be the greatest option? By the way, if the background music is too annoying, please tell me. Okay. Okay, so the answer for this one is point B. Let me, again, I will try to recreate this opening. Hello. It's a double star versus a Koboku, and then black play approach, white play the two space high pincer. Yeah. And then black jump, white jump afterwards. Black play the knight move, white extend, black extend, white extend, black extend. After that, white play this extension. The meaning of this extension is that now black developed an influence here. So if white play other move, black may play a counter-attack repincer to attack this white stone. To prevent this white stone to be cut off, so white play a two-space extension and also help white to develop some territories and on the top. After that is black turn and is the question. For the answer is the ban. The B looks very big. Yeah. The reason why this is big is that you want the now this influence have two directions, A direction, and that means the top edge, and the B direction is to the bottom. Now, white played the two-space extension, so black influence could not be utilized to develop on this top edge. And black want to play the ban to let the influence to develop the bottom. If black play other big points and allow white to advance, this influence will become what we call as the floating stones. Stones that are floating on the air, and they don't have root and they don't have directions to develop. It becomes stones that are that's somewhat become a burden of black. Yes, and we don't like that. So playing the ban is helping to develop the influence and helping and it's a very big move. Okay, it's also good to mention other points. Other points, I think AEC would be the less good one, and point D would be the second best one. Point D is also a great move, try to connect your stones, but point B is the best. Okay, The answer for this one is now is black to play. The answer for this one is still playing a simple corner enclosure. The idea of this question is simple. Corner enclosure is greater than the edge. Yes, the corner enclosure is greater than the edge. If you play this one, you will allow whites to play a approach. I would say they are very subtle, and to be fair, you can have your personal preference to play your own game, but it's a simple fact that the corner is having more efficiency. So playing point C is the best one. And as a result, for the Komoku opening, here what black is playing is the Komoku opening, and for the Komoku opening, we suggest whites to play approach. No matter you play high approach or low approach, we suggest whites to play approach instead of corner enclosure. To be fair, it's not wrong to play a splitting move, but it's just something human already know without the aid of AI that Komoku with corner enclosure should be the greatest in the opening stage. If you ask AI here, this move deduct 0.5 points is actually not a big deal. Leading for 1 point and now leading for 0.4, so loss around 0.5 to 0.6 points is really not something important, but it's a fact that corner enclosure is a bit better. Yeah. Whites to play. For this one, anyone want to try? What would be the correct solution for this one? E, because you already have support. E, yes. Okay, let me talk about this thing. This is actually something about the Takamoku, what we call that as the 4-5 point. In the past, people, especially hobbyists, is very concerned about playing approach to the 4-5 point. Because they could lead to many extremely complicated variations. Of course, now we have AI. They are no longer complicated. I think it's still complicated, but no longer mischievous is the word. They are. We could research them clearly, and we don't afraid of it. But in the past, people are afraid to deal with the 4-5 point, and so they developed some idea like playing this approach. I think this approach is said that if white play any kind of move, black could simply jump to the corner, so white will defend the corner and black could get a toothpick extension. Actually, locally, white could get the corner and it's a good variation for white, but it's also a simple way for black to deal with the Takamoku. So it's why there would be such variation here. And by the way, nowadays, if you see the 4-5 points or the Takamoku, 3-3 invasion would be recommended by many players because it's simple. You could learn this simple variation. After this simple variation, black could get the corner very easily, but need to notice one trick afterwards. White could play the attach, and black need to play the hane. After white retreat, you need to notice that there is defect to, usually white may play the pick and retreat. Afterwards, there is a cut, and black need to corner. White has this Tetsuji, but even with this Tetsuji, black is slightly better in many occasions. In the opening stage, this is slightly better for black. If the left hand side is very valuable, then you need to be flexible. For example, if the left hand side is really important, then maybe you need to invade the left hand side directly. Or you could also use this approach. If the left hand side is very valuable, for example, I don't know why there is a big white wall here. Or maybe it is too strong. Maybe there is some white stones here, then maybe this is a considerable move. Yeah, you created a MI. You created a MI, and it will be a very effective way to invade the white Takamoku. Okay. Next one. This is a bad question, so I will skip it. The reason why I think this is a bad question is that unfortunately I have checked AI and yeah, I have done this question before and I have checked AI because Cho Hun-hyun book is obviously written before AI, and here what he is suggesting is that now white has an influence here, and black want to limit it. So black playing either point A or point B would be the greatest choice, and he thinks that playing point B is better because if you play point A, you are allowing opponents to play the approach. This is what Cho Hun-hyun suggested, but either point A or point B are fine. They are all fine. So the key point for this question is to play a move to limit white's influence to develop. You may consider other big point like point C or E. Point D is not a good one, it's not doing many things, but point C is also not good. Oh, sorry. The reason why point C is not good is that after white playing this one, black do not have twisted extension, and white corner is very solid. So you are playing stones near a very solid group. When you're placing stones near a very solid group, it will not be efficient because you could not give pressure to that group, while that group would help to create pressure to you in the future. So invasion here is not the greatest one now. And point E, is great, but not as great as this corner enclosure. The Komoku corner enclosure is very great and is also limiting the influence. So it's better than developing the edge. And also, this stone is at the third 9. A third 9 stones is not very efficient to develop. White may play some attach to invade the edge in the future. Okay, now this one. This one is quite tricky. Let's try. For this one, what would be the best option? For white to play. B, yeah. I think this one, he is trying to confusing you by, is white better to develop itself, or is white better to play the expansion, to play the point B to limit black development? Because white D is trying to develop the own influence, while point B is trying to limit black development. Seems both moves are very valuable. However, we need to consider more things. Firstly, after white play this development, you are playing a development towards a very solid corner. As I've suggested, it's not very good to play near a very strong corner. For example, in the future, like black playing this kind of move to limit white territories. Now white get a wall here. Could this wall help to give pressure to this corner? Yes, it could give some pressure to this corner, but in general, this corner is strong enough, and this stone wall could not do much. So, developing this group is great, but playing here cannot get a very good result. While this one is limiting black development and also doing a corner enclosure for itself. So this is a better move for white to play. And also I think that, for example, after some move here, in the future, if white wants to develop this group, the better option for white to play would be the attach. Because combo cool plus a nice move enclosure is solid enough. You want to make it over concentrated, and by that you can gain efficiency. Why not F17? Why not F17? The reason why not F17 is that he is trying to limit black influence more than corner enclosure. F17 is the best corner enclosure, while playing something like the J17 is the best to limit black influence. While the large knight move G17 is somewhat between the corner enclosure and limiting black influence. When there is a big influence, it's common to play large knight move to make a more balanced game. If you play the small knight move, black could still get a lot of territories by this kind of move, and black could even consider shoulder hit or attach and to develop this influence. Yeah. By the way, we can also take a look to the whole thing. This is coming from this variation. Again, outdated variation nowadays. We can turn on the AI to have a look. Nice one more. You can see Cho Hun-hyun, the book is obviously written before AI, but somehow things works in the same way. Just AI would have more progressive idea, but the general idea is very similar, and this is what's suggested by Cho Hun-hyun, and I would also suggest you to play. Here AI suggests ways to play this one, but I like the Cho Hun-hyun idea that you're trying to play the corner enclosure on the meantime. Yeah. Oh, by the way, my Komoku direction is wrong. Okay. It's still the similar thing. Now black to play. E or C. Yeah. The answer for this one is C, and the logic is totally same as the last one. You are trying to play the corner enclosure and preventing whites to develop this influence. And point E is also logical because you are preventing whites to get this center, and maybe in the future white may develop the left hand side. But here, this is very outdated Joseki here. Very outdated Joseki, yet if there are some logic that you can learn from this one. I never played this Joseki once, and I don't know the sequence already, but I only know it's the large Naka that is originated from this thing, and I don't know the sequence afterwards, and so I will skip it. But there is some characteristic for this shape. White will not make this exchange unless it's time to play. The reason is that There are many center that white could use. White may use this as center too. White may decide to block the center or block the edge. White could consider use either one as the center. If white use this as center, then blocking the center is not a center. And black could advance to the center. If white decided to block the center as center, then blocking the edge is not center. Black could get into the edge. So white will play the center exchange later. White will consider which direction is better to utilize as center in the future. And as a result, the top edge is not as great. This top edge is not as great at the right hand side currently. Right hand side is the greatest one and also is a corner enclosure. But yeah, point E would be the second best answer. And ABD would not be the good option now. They are simply big points, but did not consider the whole game. Black to play. Yes, E, good. You know, if you know you should play E, you have good basic understanding of goal shape. E is very valuable. By the way, I think it's interesting to guess how black could get this shape. I think there is two possibilities. The first one is that black play the star and white play the high approach and then white play the attach. This is one of the possibility, but there is actually another possibility for black to get this result. Black may play 3-3 at first and then white play the large knight move approach, and afterwards black play 2 space extension and white play attach. And black harness. Afterwards, black play the extension. This extension is too great. Black need to play the extension. If black don't play the extension, white could play the harness and black could not defend the corner. And so, if black gets this move, black get the base, and also this move could highly help black to get into the edge with the large knight move or with some kind of invasion. This kind of invasion would also be much stronger if black get this stone. For example, now, if white need to divide the black by this move. Otherwise, black could play the attach. For example, in some cases like this one, white need to divide the black, and then black may, well, black may play some capturing race against the white stone. Yeah. Anyway, this stone would not only help in terms of the territories, in terms of some points, it would flatten white space too. So it's very huge. Playing the connection is somewhat we consider as over-concentrated. The stones seem to be too solid and not efficient enough. And point B is simply developing. Simply developing is not as huge as some local big point. If white get this one, white get the whole base, and the whole group become very solid, and black may need to escape. And even if black escaped, the whole group is still not very solid, as territories at the edge, on the edge is not as solid as territories at the corner. The corner is much more safe. I think I think this is outdated, but anyway. Wise to play. I don't know. Yeah, of course. In modern days, I think usually people will just play free invasion, and free invasion should be the best answer. But let's see something. Let's see. Oh yeah, these kind of problems are better when there are more stones. It is some better. It will become better. Just now we have seen a lot of problems that are very big. But, in the old days, they try to understand which would be better, but ultimately they are not close to the correct answer suggested by AI. AI suggests players should just play the free invasion in the opening, and AI also think that humans are emphasizing the value of edge a bit too much. The AI thinks the corner is bigger. Yes. Oh, but anyway, let's come to this problem. A, B, C, D. White have an influence, so white wants to develop it. But should white play point B or point C? I think both of them are fine. I think both of them are very solid. I guess it's B. Let's see. And B and C are both correct. It's fine. You have an influence here. You want to develop it to make use of it. Okay, this one is fine. Let's take a look to this one. E. Yes, correct. This is the knowledge about this corner. So take a look to the sequence here. Left, right. Here, black want to develop the edge. Firstly, this is the direction for this Komoku and Knight move to develop. The reason is that in the past, humans think that for this Komoku, it's better to develop at A direction than B direction, because the B direction is not as 3D as the point A. They think that this direction is more 3D, more dimensional. Yeah, today we know that it should be very similar, but anyway, this is a good direction for white to develop, and so it's very valuable for black to develop it. And also, the value for developing this stone is to let the 4th 9 stones to get a base. Because if black do not get a base and play the expansion, white could play the pincer or the approach here, and playing the approach here would make the black very uncomfortable. If black play the defensive move, then it's not very efficient. And if black play something like the pincer, then this group is not safe yet. White may get the base. Comparing if black is at the 3rd 9, black already settled. But as this is the 4th 9, black wants to play a move to develop it, to finish the development. The 4th 9 stone wants to finish the development with the 3rd 9 stone. This problem is disused, so let's take a look to this one. Black to play. I like the idea of this question, Although, let's guess. I think I know the answer for this one, so you may guess the answer for this. Yeah, B. The logic for this one is that he think that after the splitting move, E and C is a mi. Is a mi, so that Black do not need to play this now. Black could get the big point for himself. If White play here, Black played the mi. If White play this one, Black get the mi. As this is a mirroring, Black could leave this out alone and to get the big move. And A and D is not the greatest move now. The B one is the better one to connect the edge and develop the edge. However, I actually don't think AI would say point B as the greatest one. Let's take a look. Yeah. AI disagree with Cho Hun-hyun. AI don't think this is the better move. AI think playing the approach is better. Well, is the idea of AI, but yeah, I think Cho Hun-hyun idea makes sense that he think he could use this as a mi to, and connecting the stones is bigger, but as I have suggested before, generally humans have slightly too focus on the development of edge. AI don't think the edge is such valuable. Wow, by the way, what the heck is this move? Don't learn from AI. What the heck is this? And okay, so today I have taken a look to some questions of Cho Hun-hyun opening technique. And the reason why I would like to do this session is not only to discuss some opening direction and principles. I also wanted to take a look to some old opening with you. I will discuss some Joseki with you, and that's the meaning of this streaming. And I hope it is useful. I will end this streaming for now, and for this Friday, I will answer viewers' questions. So if you have any questions, you can come to join the streaming again in the similar time. Yeah, so that's all for this streaming. See you in the next one.